Okay, so today topic is our HTML forms. So we'll discuss what is HTML forms and you can mute it. Shiva. Yeah, Shiva, you mute it.
Oh,
It's making noise. So we'll discuss like HTML forms and HTML form attributes, how the form elements will be, how the how we are using HTML input types, and what is how we are using the in inputs we are using attributes and form attributes. All this we'll see in the HTML forms. So let me share my screen. So first of all, so in real world we have so many forms, right? So when we are for example, when we are applying for any post or any examination, so we'll see lot of fields like first name, last name, date of birth, enter, then login pages. All this will, with the help of, we can do only forms. Okay, so I am just now creating one form.html. form.html. So I am creating one skeleton. Shift question mark enter. This is a form. So just I'm the HTML forms I'm writing here. HTML forms. So in real world we have so many forms like a login form and registration form. All these forms will be there. Okay, so we'll discuss one small, actually we'll discuss what are the type in the form. We have so many types of inputs are there. So some types, some inputs are, inputs means, right? So one text box will be there, in that we can enter. So text also enter. So some of the inputs are having radio boxes, check boxes, and submit buttons. And we have so many like submit button and something, some buttons also there, add or delete buttons. These kind of input fields we can see in the real world. Okay, so just I'm creating one form. Okay, so just I'm creating one form. Let me, for example, so it's 4 I'm giving. So this is an forms. So I'm creating now the label, the label. So what kind of label? So instead of creating first label, we'll create one form. So inside the form we'll create all our input fields. So I'm giving one label. For label we'll give, this is an just I will give one mail or email or first name, f name I'm giving. This for is for, just hover on it. This is used for what kind of label we are using. That purpose, the identification purpose, the for is used. So here I am using f first name, FIRST, first name, and our input. So in real world, I only say, just I said, right? So input, so many input types are there. So input type is text. So if I write here a checkbox, it will come checkbox. So now the input type is I'm using text only. Okay, so so what I am doing here, so first of all, two fields I am creating. Okay, so first field is the, for example, I am using first name, and second, for example, last name or date of birth. DOB also we can use, date of birth. Okay, so if you see here, so type, how many types we can see, just observe it. So these are all our types: button, checkbox, color, date time. So we'll see one by one. These all are input types only. Okay, just if I give the button, go to the just I'm copy the path. I'm going to the browser. uh, I'm pasting here URL. Just enter it. So see, the first name is it is coming as an input, but we need to add some width and height. Width. So width we need to add 100%. Okay. So this is I'm writing. Width and heights are also attributes actually. Width and height also attribute. Time being, I am adding like this. Will add with the help of class also. Okay. So just I'm giving here. So if it is button, then we'll see how it is. So we need to add some text. So what kind of button it is? Okay. So for example, this is type as button. Then we need to add. So on button we need to add some value, right? So value, for example, I am writing here submit button. Submit, submit. Just we go and refresh the page. So you can find the submit button. A type, just I am discussing here, so many types are there. I am using only one input and explaining you. So type is, for example, I will, so see, next to checkbox. Checkbox means you go and check it. This is making as checkbox. Okay. So input, this is also one type of input only. One more thing, so we have radio also. Radio. If your radio means, it will make it as circle, right? Radio buttons. In real world, so many things are there, radio buttons. So we'll see that is also um radio buttons. And we have so many date, color. So if you see the date, then it will see the type of date, the calendar also it will open. So for example, if I select here, it will automatically it will select. That will be useful for, that is HTML5 feature. Okay. So we will use a different type of dates also, date range also. All these things we can use. So next one, will we have so many types. I am time being, I'm explaining how the HTML forms will be there. So I am one default uh, form I am creating, some default some with the help of first name and last name. So just this is our first name. Just you want to in between we need some break. So you just added br, that is a break, that is breaking the line actually. So whatever we have label, actually see, these come inconvenient, right? So we need first name, after that this our input field. So that is better to refresh once. So now see how the forms will be. Okay. So now I'm copying this one, just paste it. Sorry, this is value will write as just, and placeholder also we can write. Placeholder means inside the content f name I'm writing. So so this is, I'm copying both of them, both the lines, and pasting here. So this is first name, this is I'm using last name. So even for also you can change. First this is for, right? So this is l, you use l name. So last name, and type is text only, width, height, fine. And the value, here value is we need to show. See, if you observe here, uh, see, inside the text box we can see here f name. So we are using placeholder, um, placeholders, right? So in that text box it will be up, we can see here. So this is a last name, this is first name, this is first name, and the so this is the break tag. So we'll see how look and feel. And inside the div we can add this entire form one border also. So we can write one inline style equal to border. So border 1 pixel solid gray. Okay, so entire form contains our otherwise we'll write entire div inside that. So we'll just refresh it. So just now you are seeing, right? So this is first name last name, the value is not coming, right? I'm just copying this one. Paste here, paste here. We need to change, this is last name. Okay, so if you go browser, just refresh it. So this is first name last name. Here it is, see why it is coming like this. So we need to add one more break here. Okay, so it is following same line, but we need to add one more break. So break tag, then it will automatically it comes to first one. See, so okay, we are added here for this one we are added. So the label and first name, and even though we need to add here also. Okay, so go to the browser, go to the browser and refresh it. So these kind of, so label is taking breaking as too much. The even border also I'm just giving the style once inside the div. Okay, so inside the div we need to add entire form here. Control Z, will cut this entire thing, and just cut means control X, command X, and this one, and style equal to, yeah, we have style already, right? I'm just copying this one, control X. Yeah, so this div, now div is now behaving as a container, entire container. So now go and refresh, you will see the input field with the label name and everything, it is displaying. Okay. So this is about real time farms. So we'll how we'll make markups and all these things we'll see. Okay, just I am giving how the input fields and forms will be there. Okay. so so some forms we need to submit, and all these things dynamically we'll do into JavaScript. But time being, we'll try to implement in how the forms and all these things. So just I will give the some form elements, how the what are the form elements actually. We have so many form elements. I will give here. I will comment some form elements. Form elements. So just I'm commenting this one, and different types of form elements we are using in real world. So we have input, label, these are form elements. Okay, input, form label, just a label, input, and select also is a, select is also element. Okay, that is also form element only. Okay, so we'll discuss one by one. This is also one label. And one more thing is text area. Okay, this is also one text area. um so this is, and this all are comes under form elements. Okay, so next one is text area is completed. Then we have already we completed button also, and field set. These are the new HTML5 features. Okay, that select and text area and field set. field set. We'll see one by one example. I'm just giving what are the form elements. Okay, so for field set, and we'll giving one more thing. We have so many types. I'm just giving what are the types of and we have where we are using this element. We'll see legend, and we have data list. We have data list. Data list will be used for when we having any input field, and with the help of select also, we can use this data list. This is an HTML5 feature. Okay, so these all are not only a data list. This be field set, legend, and text area select, all this comes under HTML5 feature only. So I will, yeah, option also there in select. We can see options also. So option group also there, option group, and option G also there. Option group and option G same, but we'll see what are the things will be goes. So these are form elements. Okay, just I'm commenting here also. I am discussing what are the form elements. I added select, text area, field set, legend, data list, and option group. These are some of the form elements mostly we are using, but we have so many other elements also there. I'm time being, this is most preferably we are using. Just I'm discussing here. So how the labels and input we are discussed, right? So we now we'll discuss about how the select will be used. Okay, so we will try to implement. I'm just commenting, we'll discuss one by one. Okay, so first one, I'm adding. So just giving so inside the form we'll try to implement. So we'll try to implement. Just I'm commenting this one also. This is basic form. Okay, I'm giving here basic form. So what are the types and all these things I just now informed you. So I am giving one more select the form element. One more is select is there. We'll discuss how the select will be used in real time. So I am giving one form. So form, inside the form we have label. So I'm writing label. For the label we have, we can have, for example, schools. Schools I'm giving, uh, choose best school. Choose best school. I'm giving one label. And so in we need the label will be identified which input field we are using. That purpose this is helpful. So we have select, for example, I'm using here select. So schools I'm adding here, schools, here also schools. In the select we have so many options, right? So we have so many options, like we have multiple options. So many schools are there. So we'll directly we add some of the schools. A school, B school, C school I'm adding time being. So we have different type of schoolness, but here I'm using A, B, C, and D, and E. And so if you try to add here, um, if you try to add here, so then just I will add. So we'll see the, first of all we'll see the output. So see, so you can see the different type of schools. Just give the break here. So we'll see the different, and we give some height and width for this one. So width, style will give style equal to width, width equal to 100 pixel. So we'll go and check it once. Yeah, Now little bit better. So we are choosing different type of schools, A, B, C, D, E. So now, mm, so we need to add a submit button, and we need to add submit button, and we need to submit, right? These option there. So input type we need to add, right? So input type text, and submit, and the value also you need to add, then only the button will be displayed. Value will come, submit button. So now go to the browser. Just we need to break also add, no need break also, maybe no need. So we need here schools, and we need to add submit, that's it. So we need to actually, if I select A, then if I click submit, so it will not work. Time being it will not work, see. So if I select C and click on submit, so just the URL will be changing. Okay, so the form will not submit. Okay, so here, so different type of schools are there, A, B, C, D, E, and I'm time being submitting. The These dynamic things will handle in JavaScript. Okay, so this is one type of select. Okay, so we have, this is an select. I'm just commenting here, and we'll use select option is completed. We have text area also. Okay, so text area, we have text area also. We'll discuss text area. So text area will be used for so commenting purpose. So we have some commenting text boxes also there, right? In that we the text boxes will be helpful. So we have any, when we are using the form or any online application, we are directly we have some, you need to add some comment or anything they will give. That purpose, the text area will be helpful. Okay, text area, the input field will be helpful. So we'll discuss this one. So how much text area the things is needed, I'm using uh, this form, and just copying paste here. I'm using now instead of selection option, I'm using now text area. So text area, how many columns are needed, how many rows are needed. For example, I'm using here 30 columns. 30 columns means, it will columns mean this one, row means, just column means like this. Okay, so rows means horizontally. Okay, that is the difference. And for example, you need to add some text here. Comment comments, please add comments, something like this. Please add comments. So go and, so I will remove this one also. How the text area, just will I will showing here. Yeah, see, the text area field, even here you can see the cross slanting lines. So that is not input field, this is so if you increase the row size also, if you here add a row, so rows is, for example, I need 10 rows, the box size will be increases. So the, yeah, see, so if I add, so many things I can add here. So many text I can add. The limits also, the not more than, it will visible very properly when we are using rows and columns. So that is well and good. So even height and width also we use, but instead of that, rows and columns is better for text areas. um, so we can add for this one as placeholder also, we can add some message also, we can add. Okay, all these things we can do that. Okay, so placeholder, if you add some text, text also it will display in that. So if you add some text, uh, please comment. Comment. This is an text inside our text box. Will contain automatically. Please comment. Okay. So if you remove, it will remove. But if you add placeholder for this, if I am adding placeholder, text area, I'm adding text area. Go and refresh it. So just remove this one. You see the yeah, the text area is not removable. Why? This is an placeholder, right? So when you are typing that text area field, it will goes. So this is an use of you text placeholder, and we can add the text also. We can add dynamically also. We can submit the text areas. All these things we'll do in JavaScript actually. How we are using and all these things. So we have so many like field set also there and legend also there. So we'll use the field set, different type of field sets we have, right? So we are using for example, I am using this one more. Just I'm creating this one, this text area. Just I'm using copying and pasting here, uh, pasting here. I am creating so many input fields. With I am discussing now what is field set. So field set, I'm discussing about field set. Just I'm adding how the field set will be. Hmm. So inside the form, I will add here field set. This div I will add end of the form. So inside the form, just pasting here. Go and refresh. So you will see the our entire field set. So we need some legend also for this. This is just, it is showing as a border, right? So we need to add this field set, some legend. So what kind of field set it is? So this is, I'm adding legend. So inside that I'm adding some. This is movie info, info. Just I'm giving some random message and go and browse it. So see, this is use of. So you can add the css also, how the look and feel and everything. Even border radius also you can add it, and whatever the style is needed you can write it. But this is about field set, legend, and text area and all these things. So you understood maybe. So I'm just refreshing this one. One, yeah, it's maybe Zoom call will end within 10 minutes. So we'll try to complete remaining things also. Yeah, field set is completed, text area is completed, select is completed, legend is completed, data list also. We need to discuss data list now. So this is understood, right? So what is field set and all these things. Y-
Yes, bro.
yeah. Yeah. So I'm discussing different types of inputs now. So we already discussed about what are the types: input, button, checkbox, colors, date, and date, time, local, email. We can write emails also. We can create files also, and we can create images. And directly, instead of adding dates and all these things, we can add directly only month. So we can see, and we can add the input field as password also. Okay, and we can add search input type, and submit type, and telephone type also we can add input fields. These are so many types of inputs. So when we are developing any application, in that we can see this all these thing. Radio buttons, the search input type is search, and time and url and week. All these things we can see in that real world. Okay. So just we need to change the type, that's it. Here the input type, for example I'm using here input type text, right? So I'm saying you need to change different, we have so many types of inputs, right? So week, url, date, time, password, number, month, image, we can see all the observation here. Okay. That is about I'm discussing different types of inputs. And some of the inputs we have some, we can add the values also. And just some of the inputs read only, just read only means I'm giving here one example. So I'm just commenting here, this is about field set and all these things. The data list and option also covered. Option group will add into the this thing. Option group means this entire option we are considered as option group, we directly we can add, just we can use this one. The data list is will be helpful in when we are input field is searched, that type data list will be used. If you want, I will discuss, I will discuss that what is input field. So just give me 1 minute. I will give, I will check that how the select. So I'm just mm, doing this one. Yeah. Here, this is where we are getting different types of schools, right? So if it is data list, data list means when we are searching any input, we directly we can add. For example, we don't have that input, directly you can add it. It will be automatically create one option. So let me add that one, data list. Data list, okay. So these options we can allow the multiples, multiple also, multiple multiple options also we can add it. So multiple means multiple options we can handle here. We can add it. And so some of the, for example, how many options are there we need to showcase in our options, then we can add the size option. Size, for example, we have 7 size, then we can show the 7, so you can go and refresh. So here, uh, if you see, so the different schools we are seeing, right? So I'm just commenting here, size how many it is showing size actually. Okay. If I add multiple, then refresh it. So see, multiple we can add. So multiple means it will show some scroll bar and how the all the options it will be visible. If you are removing the multiple option, so see, the multiple option will remove, the option is not visible, right? So option it will not visible, it will coming as a drop down. So some select options will be there. That is the use case of we need to show all the options, then we can use multiple. And how many sizes are there, then we can just we need to show all the options, then we can use a size. Okay. So that is about all the select types. So we'll go and discuss this, how the read only property we are using. So input read only property means it only displays the value. That's it. It will you cannot be add anything. So for example, I am adding read only here. So go, I am adding here. If you observe here, I am adding for last name. So just you just observe this one. I am refreshing this one. So this is you not able to edit also. I don't have any access. That is only read only purpose. We don't have anything. huh? This text, see, I'm able to add and everything I can do. I don't add any read only property here. Read only means just it will reading purpose, that field is needed. That purpose we can add a read only property. We can disable it also. For example, I want to disable this input field, so directly you can disable it. So go and refresh it. You can observe here, okay, last name. So just, yeah, the even though the name also it will not displaying, like it is a disabled state. If you inspect, the state is disabled, see, disabled. So this is the different attributes we are using for inputs. And we can add size also. How many sizes are, for example, if we have size property also, this size attribute also there. Size I am using, for example, 3. So it will allow only size 3 only. So see, 3 characters with more than so 0 1 2 3, these many characters only it will allowing. But the size of input field is very small. The size we can add 100% also. 100 size is, for example, 130. So 130 103 something, I am adding random number, so it will become showing very bigger input. Okay, that is about size. We can add max length, min length also for these attributes. Not only this, I am adding only for first last name, not only last name. We can add all the this input field and this input field also. Max length also, for example, I need to allow only 3 characters. So 3 characters only allow. Just go and search. um, so if I type here, see, only I'm typing, keep on typing, but the characters are not allowing. Okay, so this is the characters are not allowing. First start, if you observe here, this is an value. Okay, if I remove the value, uh, if I remove the sorry, if I remove the value, you can understood maybe what is the use of max length. So just input field will show empty. This is a placeholder actually. Just type it. 3 characters only max length means that is that is more than enough. That characters will be used. If I use here min length is 3. Minimum 3 characters, more than, so just refresh it, then only we can see. So just see, more than 3 characters also it is allowing. That is the use of min length and max length. Okay. So we have multiple attributes also. Multiple, we can add multiple also. For we are adding selector, right? Select purpose also we are added multiple option and all these things. Just go. So we can type it. Basically multiple attribute works for input types and